In today's video, I'm taking you to a neighborhood that is full of character. It's got large yards. It is not cookie cutter by any means. It is somewhere that is quiet. I mean, you can actually hear the birds chirping. You can see that there's so much beauty in this neighborhood. It is an older neighborhood, so there's nothing cookie cutter about it. It's close to a lot of amenities, close to downtown, close to a whole bunch of other things. You will not go bored in this neighborhood. So if that's the kind of neighborhood that you're looking for when moving to San Antonio, then you should probably watch this video because it doesn't get better than this. Today, we're going to Monticello Park and the Jefferson area. So if that's the video that if that's the area that you want to know more about, then this is the video you got to watch. So stick around because we're getting to it right now. Hey there, my name is Jesse Lopez. I'm the owner of Blue Utopia Realty here in San Antonio, Texas. I help people moving to San Antonio like you every single day. I get phone calls from people wanting to know about different neighborhoods and, where should we live, where should we not live? And I love helping them. I absolutely love just sharing my city and, giving people information. And the reason for that is I served 23 years in the United States Air Force, and I spent a lot of time doing it wrong. So I want to give you as much information as possible so you have a smooth move when you're moving to San Antonio. So if that's something that you want to know more about the city, you want the honest truth, and you want somebody that'll really, really serve you and help you in your move to San Antonio, then do me a favor, click the subscribe button, tap on that bell so you're notified every single time I put out new content. So we're here in what they call the Art Deco district. As you can see, there's a lot of noise here. There's a lot of cars, a lot of shopping. There's small mom and pop shops. So we're actually about 14 minutes away from downtown San Antonio. So downtown San Antonio is kind of this way behind me. And if you want to go to the airport, if maybe traveling to the airport is important to you, then the airport's only about 14 minutes away as well. Now, a couple of other things that are around the Jefferson area and the Art Deco district, which is where we're at right now. Let me cross the street so I don't get run over. Is La Cantera and Six Flags is also 14 minutes up the road on IH-10. And if you want to go maybe to SeaWorld is going to be about maybe 17 minutes up the road. So we're pretty conveniently located around a lot of things. If you like the downtown living, or you like, to go to the water parks and all that stuff, you're going to be able to get there pretty quick. And that's one of the things that I like about Monticello and the Jefferson area is that, oh my God, it's loud out here, is that it's just in close proximity to a lot of things. So some other things that are around this neighborhood, and we're going to go visit one of them, is Woodlawn Lake. So Woodlawn Lake is a lake, and it's a park that has a lot of things to offer. So we'll go there. Then this right here, we're in the Art Deco district. So this is the Art Deco district. You can come here, you can appreciate art, you can, go eat, food. There's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu shop right here, right in front of me. There's just so many things. So this is on the northern part of the neighborhood. And then the thing that I like most about Jefferson and the Monticello Park area is that it's an older neighborhood, it's historic, and there's just a ton of nice homes there. So get ready, man. We're gonna jump in the truck. We're gonna go take a look at the neighborhood, because that's like my most favorite part of this entire video, is looking at the houses so I can show you what kind of living. But I do want to show you like what's available out here for you, right? Like behind me right here, here's a Deco Art Pizza place, right? Is that called? Yeah, Deco Pizza. So my son took I think it was his his 5-year-old Christmas photos right there with Santa Claus. And yeah, that Santa Claus, lo and behold, later on, I actually met him and I hire him to do Christmas photos for my clients. So that's kind of fun. But yeah, there's a ton of things to do here. Like we started off way back here is the Woodlawn Theater. That's an iconic theater. It's owned by the city of San Antonio, and they do performing arts, so it's really good. But anyway, let's jump in my truck. Let's go take a look at the neighborhood so you can see what kind of things or what kind of homes are available and what kind of stuff you could do out here. But yeah, this is bustling right now. There's another place that I want to take you by. It's down the street. It is it's called Cool Crest, which is a miniature golf place. I like to have events there as well. So if I get a chance, we'll go by there if I don't forget. But let's go take a look at the homes and show you what it's like to buy a house here in the Monticello Park and Jefferson area. All right, so before we go on our tour, I want to show you one of my favorite spots here in San Antonio. So this is a donut shop and a taco shop. Yeah, you heard me right. So it's a donut shop and a taco shop, and it's my favorite because you can get both here. So if you've known San Antonio or you're a local, then you'll definitely know something about this. So I'm gonna turn around. It's called the Original Donut Shop, and people come here for that, donuts and tacos. It's funny, like let's go take a look at the drive-through. If you go to the drive-through, there's a line for tacos, and then there's a line for donuts. And God help you if you get in the wrong line when you come eat here, because people would just get really upset. Not really. They'll still serve you tacos. They'll still serve you donuts, no matter what line you go to. But look, they're right there. Donuts, and then tacos. So we're on Fredericksburg Road. Monticello Park is right over there, and the Jefferson area right over there. So this is right on the border of the neighborhood. So if you move to this area, then this is definitely a place that you want to go visit. So I'll show it to you again. There it is, the Original Donut Shop. And look at that right there. It says tacos to go, homemade tortillas. And if you move to San Antonio and a restaurant tries to give you tortillas that are not homemade, run, because they're no good. So, all right, let's go head back to the tour and show you what Monticello Park and the Jefferson area have to offer. All right, so we're in the truck. Let's get going. I want to, before I forget, I'm gonna drive to Cool Crest, which is, like I told you, a golf place, a miniature golf place, and I want to show you what that looks like. It's an old golf course or a golf putt-putt place that's been around for a long time. I don't even know how many years it's been around, but it's been around for quite a bit of time. But let me get onto Fredericksburg Road, which is a north boundary of Monticello Park and the Jefferson area. On the west side of the boundary is going to be IH10. On the east side of the boundary is going to be St. Cloud Street, and then on the south boundary is going to be Woodlawn Lake, Woodlawn, the street Woodlawn, and that's where the lake is at. But we'll go there. I'll show you what that looks like, and yeah, you'll see. So here's Fredericksburg. We're on the northbound boundary of the neighborhood, and just to give you an idea, people that live here in this neighborhood, they earn about, the average household income is about $73,000. 10,000 people live in this neighborhood, so it's got quite a bit of people. And the median age of people living here is 41 years old. So it kind of gives you an idea. It's, people a little bit younger than me, and well, people honking here, I don't know why. But anyway, a little bit younger than me. 22% of the population in this neighborhood are under 18 years old, and 20% are over 65. So it's not, it's a fairly good mix of people. But as you can tell right here, we're going down Fredericksburg Road. You can see some more of the restaurants that are here, some more of the shops that are here, and the things that you can do when you're living in this neighborhood. Now, one of the things that San Antonio is infamous for is construction. And as you can see to the front of us, the construction is there, right? And if you look past that blinking sign or that blinking light, you can see downtown San Antonio. You can see the skyline somewhat. But we're gonna pull over because I want to show you what Cool Crest looks like, and then we'll head off to look at the houses. Like I mentioned, Cool Crest it's an old place. It's an old putt-putt. A lot of people come here. They have parties. We have parties here. It's currently closed, but it just opened back up from their winter break because they close for winter. They do renovations and all that kind of stuff. So let me pull in here real quick, and I'm just gonna get down and show you what it looks like in the actual greens. So this is what it looks like. So it's a golf course. You can see it's got 9 holes on one side, then 9 holes on the other, and you can have parties here. You can come out here and just on your own. You can come out here and bring your family and have a good time. There's actual like a beer garden back there. So there's a beer garden. You can sit down. They have what do you call it, live music and all that stuff. But it's really a cool place to go. And you can see it again, show it to you through the fence. But if you ever come to San Antonio, or when you come to San Antonio, come out here so you can actually go putt-putting. So right now, I think they're only open on the weekend or maybe later in the afternoon. I can't remember, but it is open during the summer, so you can come out here and check it out. So let's go take a look at some of those homes. All right, let's get to it. I'm gonna have to turn around here, and then we'll head on back down Fredericksburg Road so you could see that. We might be able to see the beer garden from back here. Let's go take a swing around here. There's their parking lot, so you got plenty of parking. You can't really see the beer garden, but they're behind these shades right here that you see right there. The beer garden's back there. So it's really cool place to come and hang out, bring the family, play some putt-putt and have a good time. So if you're coming to live in San Antonio, just so you know, some of the major employers here in San Antonio are HEB. HEB is our main grocery store. They kind of monopolize the groceries. There's other grocery stores here like Target, Walmart. We have some Trader Joe's and some other ones, but bar none, the HEBs dominate this space, the grocery store space. So here we're just going down Fredericksburg Road. We're going to cut into one of the streets, residential streets here in a second, so I could show you what the homes look like. But there's a Deco Pizzeria that I was telling you about that my son took his photo. A lot of places here in San Antonio have these outdoor sitting areas, so you can go outdoors. A lot of artwork, so you can see that wall is full of artwork. But yeah, so that's kind of the vibe in this neighborhood. It's going to be people who are, cultural. I don't know if that's a word, cultured. There you go. So you'll see, a lot of people that are into the arts. They like to be outdoors. They like to hang out and, just socialize. So if you're going to come to San Antonio, you got to learn to socialize, because we do love to socialize. We love to say hi. We love to ask you how you're doing and all that good stuff. And a lot of people, they kind of look at us weird. They're like, what are you doing? Like, why are you talking to me? So here we are. This is the Monticello Park neighborhood. And I just want to point out that the homes here are, look at that one's under construction right there. The homes here are not cookie cutter. I mentioned that earlier, and I'll keep mentioning it. But like there, you have a Tudor Revival home right there. You have Spanish eclectic homes like that one right there. And they're just side by side. Like you don't know what you're going to get when you move into this neighborhood, or I guess now. but you know, you can buy single family homes, which the most of these are single family homes, but there's also some multifamily. So you know, the opportunity to buy, if you're an investor and you want to rent out a multifamily, you could do that as well. Rents here go from $850 a month for a 1 bedroom, 1 bath in a multifamily, usually a fourplex, to $2,900 for a 3 bedroom, 2 bath single family house. So let's turn in here. I see how the character in this neighborhood. I just love it. I love the trees, you know, the greenery. Like, there's nothing boring about this neighborhood. You know, a lot of people, they like to move into new neighborhoods, but I'm not a big fan because there's no character in it. And I shouldn't really say that much, because my neighborhood is they're old cottage homes, so they're real small cottage homes. They're not, you know, grandiose or anything like that, but they're not as diverse as this one right here. So you find craftsman homes, you find cottages here, you'll find it all. Like, there's just every kind of home style that you can think of, you're gonna find here. I think I saw a colonial one earlier when I was walking, but you look at Spanish style homes, like, they're just, it's a mix, right? I'm gonna pass by this one house that's over here in the next block. We're gonna go over to the next block, and I love driving by this home because they love to celebrate like whatever's going on. And what I mean by that, like if it's Easter, like right now, it's almost Easter. They'll have like a bunny and eggs out on the front yard. If it's Valentine's Day, they put out Valentine's things. If it's Christmas, they put out, you know, Christmas decorations. But take a look at these homes. Like, they're really nice, nice big yards, mature trees. Like, this is my style of neighborhood right here. So this is the house right here in the corner. Let me see if I can pan over to it. So that's it right there. They love to put decorations out. As you can see right there, they have an Easter bunny right there. Letting this guy go. And they just like to decorate the houses with the different decorations. My son loves it. So we drive through here going towards my mother-in-law's house, and we see that home all the time we come by here. So continuing on, we're gonna drive, this is the Monticello Park area, and this is, you know, the homes here, you're gonna find from the high end from about $550,000 to the low end of $181,000, but not actually in Monticello Park. It's gonna be the Jefferson area. So I'm covering both neighborhoods because they're joined, you know, they're adjoining neighborhoods, and they kind of take up the same landscape, same footage. So it's kind of hard to separate them. But we're going to drive over to the Jefferson area, which is not a historic district. Look at this house right here in the corner. That one was for sale for quite a while, and it looks like they finally sold it. But as we're heading towards the Jefferson area, you're going to see a school bus pass us by right now, which is one of the schools that's in this neighborhood. Is the high school. It's Jefferson High School. But going back to the homes here, we'll talk about Jefferson High School here in a minute. The homes here, on average, it's about $350,000 is the average price point. Like I said, on the high end was $550, and then average price per square foot is $181. This park that we're passing by, this is Monticello Park. It's just a small park. There's a little bit of a walking path, and as you can see, the high school kids hang out here when they come out of school, and that's the high school right there. That's Jefferson High School. So one of the scary things as a parent, and if you're a parent you can identify with this, is sending your home. My wife and I were having this conversation the other day, is sending your kids to school and then something happens to them and you can't get to them. Well, unfortunately in May we had an incident in a city named Uvalde, which is down the street from San Antonio, where there was a mass shooting, and not a good thing. A lot of scared parents, and not something that you'd want to go through. But just a couple of months later, in September, this school right here, Jefferson High School, they had an anonymous tip. Somebody called and said, hey, there's a school shooting, and you can imagine the pandemonium that ensued. Like, parents came to the school, all they had in their mind was what happened in Uvalde. And I'll tell you, my heart would sink if somebody said something is happening in my son's school. I can guarantee you I would not wait like those cops did in Uvalde. But anyway, I digress. Uh, what I'm saying is that there's really nothing has been reported about this school that is bad, except for in 2023. I think it was mid 2023 or maybe the beginning. Some kids did vandalize the school, but other than that, Jefferson High School does not have any. It doesn't have a bad rap. There's nothing, negative to say about Jefferson High School. Niche.com does rate it a B minus for a high school, but that's a high school that services this neighborhood, Jefferson and the Jefferson area, and Monticello Park. So now we're spilling into the Jefferson part of the neighborhood, and as you can see, these homes are a little bit smaller. There's some ranch style homes, but you still get some of the eclectic homes. You still get some of the Tudor revival homes, some cottages, but this is actually Jefferson area. Again, not a historic district, but still kind of covering it with the Monticello Park, which is historic. But look at these homes, like that one right there. Doesn't look like a cookie cutter home. It looks like something just different, right? The yards are still large here, so there's plenty of room to entertain. I love the big front yards. I love the mature trees. Those are some of my favorite things about this area right here. And like I mentioned earlier in the video, that some people don't even mention this area because they don't know about it. Like, they're just trying to show you new homes. They're trying to show you, what newcomers know. But no, I've lived here my entire life, and these are some of the neighborhoods that I show you are going to be some of the best neighborhoods, best value, and also some of the safest neighborhoods. If you haven't watched my video about the 10 most dangerous neighborhoods in San Antonio, you might want to go watch it. It's located right here on the top of the screen. Click on it, save it for later, finish watching this video, and then you can go watch that one afterwards. But yeah, this is it's a great neighborhood, old, so a lot of people know each other. Little stores like this one right here that cater to to the neighborhood. There's also a little pancake place to my right. It's off screen, you can't see it, but it's called Pancake Joe's. It's a favorite, to go eat breakfast at and brunch. But if you're gonna go to Pancake Joe's, make sure that you come already have eaten, because it's gonna take a while to get a seat. It gets really packed, which I know it doesn't make sense, but hey, it is what it is. But so again, still in the Jefferson area, and something I want to make clear is that Jefferson area is this neighborhood right here. It's in the west side of San Antonio. There's a Jefferson Heights. This is not Jefferson Heights. Jefferson Heights is in the east side. It's in the it's in another area that I cover in another video. But Jefferson Heights is it's not as desirable as this neighborhood. So don't get them mixed up if you're doing research. And that's another reason you need to have a knowledgeable real estate agent that knows the areas, knows the difference, because I'm going to tell you the difference between Jefferson Heights and Jefferson area are a world of difference. Look at these homes. These are more of a ranch style homes. Some of them have been remodeled, so they look, a lot nicer. Kids can walk to school. The areas are safe. There's sidewalks. There's, a lot of things that are good for neighborhood living. We're going to jump over. This is Wilson Street or Wilson Boulevard. We'll jump over to these homes right here. These are more ranch style homes, so they have the flatter roofs, not big attics and all that. But look at the sense of pride that they have here. This is not an HOA community, which means a homeowners association, but still people take care of their lawns because there's just that pride in living in this area, that people just take care of their yards. Now, not everybody's going to take care of their yards, but for the most part, these homes are well maintained, they're well taken care of. And I'm going to make a left here at this stop sign at this street, and this kind of spills right back into the Monticello Park. Actually, I'm going to go straight. So this is Monticello Park, and you can again notice the difference in the home styles. But the streets are wide, the homes are large, the yards are large. There's some people like this one coming up right here that like to leave their lawns natural. You see a lot of this in my neighborhood. So my neighborhood is the Alamo Heights area. You see a lot of people that leave it natural, but you can't really complain because there's like all these wildflowers and it smells great. And yeah, it's just a really, they do it well. So it's not like it's a messy yard or anything like that. Walkability in this neighborhood is pretty good. You can see, people walking their dogs. You can see people walking to the shops, to the restaurants, and, all those things. If you jump on a bicycle, even better. So we're going to head over to Woodlawn Lake, and I'll show you Woodlawn Lake. And one of the things that they do there is they have this really huge 4th of July celebration. So we're going to make a turn into Woodlawn Lake so you can see that. This right now we're on Lake Boulevard, appropriately named. So it's going to run us right into the Woodlawn Lake Park. So you'll see that. But this is still the Monticello Park area, and it'll change here in a minute to the Jefferson area. But this is still Monticello Park, so this is still part of the historic district. So I'm going to talk about this school right here because I need to mention it. So this school right here is a public school. It's from the San Antonio Independent School District. And let me turn my camera over so you can see a little bit better. But this school right here is the A-rated school in this neighborhood. This is called the Young Women's Leadership Academy. There is zero tuition to go to this school. And right now they're doing a lot of renovations, so you'll see a lot of this stuff covered up. But the Young Women's Leadership Academy is top rated. So if you have a young daughter that is going to be moving into this neighborhood and going to school, this is the school to put her in. Again, it's tuition free. It is a public school, but it's an academy that is highly rated. The other schools that service this area are Jefferson, which we talked about, was a B- according to niche.com, and then Longfellow is the middle school, and that one's rated a C-, and that is a co-ed school. So if you have a son, unfortunately, you can put them in one of those schools, or you can find a private school in the area, which there are a ton of. But I just wanted to mention that Young Women's Leadership Academy there, because it is free, it is for young ladies, and it is highly rated. And then for the elementary schools, you have Maverick Elementary and Woodlawn Academy, and those are both rated C- by niche.com as well. But take a look at these homes. Again, this is the edge of the Monticello Park, and on the other side, which you can't see, is the Jefferson area. But really nice neighborhoods, older. These homes were built, and they were built to last, because old homes are built pretty sturdy. Let's turn right here so we can take one last look before we head into Woodlawn Lake Park. One of the things I like about this neighborhood, look at those palm trees. Like, we're nowhere near the beach, but you see palm trees. This kind of reminds me of those neighborhoods in California. Maybe it's Compton, I don't know. I don't know because I never lived there, but I do watch movies. So that's what I'm referring to. But look at these homes right here. They look nice. They're large. This is a nice wide street in front of us. I mean, you could fit like 6 cars across it, but it doesn't kill me. I love it that they have these palm trees, and I don't think there's anywhere else in San Antonio you're gonna find palm trees like this. So it's a pretty neat feature. All right, so I'm gonna make a right, and we're gonna go to Woodlawn Park. You're gonna see that right here in front of us. We'll get off in Woodlawn Park. I'll talk a little bit about the park and show you what's available in Woodlawn, because there's a lot of things to do here. All right off the bat, as we're driving here, you can see there's a trail, so people love to come here, walk, run. You know, they put their kids in a stroller, and they'll have at it. They'll, you know, enjoy the outdoors. But Woodlawn Lake is a really nice place to go. As a matter of fact, like I mentioned, it's going to be Easter this coming Sunday. And one of the things that the city does is they have curfews on parks, because obviously they don't want you to get hurt and they don't want anything to go wrong on city property. But on Thursday, they're going to lift the... Wow, look at that. There's already people doing it. On Thursday, tomorrow, they're going to lift the curfew, and they're going to allow families to come and camp out here. Like, look at that family right there. They're already starting to camp out, which is crazy. The curfew's not going to be lifted till tomorrow, but they're already staking claim on a piece of the park so they can enjoy Easter. They do that here at Woodlawn Park. They do that at Brackenridge Park, which is another park I cover in other videos. But it's very common for people to do that, so I'm not surprised. So as I drive through, I drive around Woodlawn Lake, you can see the lake in the distance. You can go fishing there. There's a lot of ducks and geese and, you know, other kinds of waterfowl. And people, I mean, they coexist with the people. So you can see them right there. You see this young lady here running on the street, which I would probably go on the trail. Don't run on the street, lady. You're going to get run over. Don't. But yeah, so people come here. As you can see, there's picnic benches. We have the lake, as you can tell. There's a lighthouse in the middle of the lake. And it's just really cool park. And as I can see, they've already put out the porta-johns as well for Easter weekend. But that's what the park looks like. The lake, the park, the water. You can go fishing. You can't go swimming. I've never seen anybody swim. Actually, a long time ago, when I was a teenager, a student did die because of rushing waters from the drainage ways or going into the Woodlawn Lake, and he got caught and he actually drowned. So that's not a good thing. But other things that you'll find here at Woodlawn Lake Park is that they have a community room. So you can rent this community room and for events, you know, parties and events like that. There's a basketball court. There's playgrounds. And then the one thing that they do have also is this large swimming pool. Right now it's not filled with water because it's still, you know, pretty early in the season. It's just past spring. Spring just started, but they'll fill that up on the weekends. There's, what do you call it, kids that'll come in here and on the weekdays during summer and enjoy the outdoors. But Woodlawn Lake has a lot of things to offer, and it's one of the anchors for this neighborhood. So people come here from all over the place, from all over San Antonio, to enjoy the outdoors because it's just a really nice park. So that's a community center right there that I showed you a minute ago. And then here we're driving past the pool. So it's just another vantage point of the pool. Like I mentioned, it's empty right now, so there's nobody, or there's no water in it. But then you have little playgrounds like this one right here. And it's all just nestled inside this neighborhood, which is really, really good. Because like I mentioned about walkability, you can literally walk to the park and enjoy all of these little benefits of being in the park. Another thing that the park has that's pretty cool is it has this little exercise station where you can do, you know, body weight exercises, and that's pretty cool. So if you're trying to get in shape, you can do that. There's basketball courts. You know, you have this pier you could fish off of, and then you, of course, you have baseball diamonds, tennis courts, and the whole nine. So it's a really, really nice park. A lot of people enjoy coming to it. You can even fly a kite. Like during the windy days, you can come in here in this part of the park and just fly kites. And of course, as you can see here, people like to bring their dogs and, you know, have them run around and do dog things. So dogs love it. It is dog approved, this park. So other things that are around Monticello Park and the Jefferson area is, I already mentioned Monticello Park, which is a small park. And then you have Martinez Creek. So Martinez Creek is just a creek bed that the city of San Antonio has taken these creek beds, and what they did is they actually put concrete on them in order to ease, you know, the use of them. So people go in there with their bicycles, they go there running, but it basically uses a natural, the natural creek bed as a place of entertainment where you can go and get exercise and, you know, move around in. So I'm going to go back into the neighborhood, show you a couple more homes, and then I guess we're going to get back to this right here. But look at those palm trees. I love it. So if you're liking the video, do me a favor, make a comment down below, like what is it that you like about this neighborhood? What is it that you don't like about it? Also, make sure that you share this. Share it with somebody who's maybe moving to San Antonio and wants to know more about communities here in San Antonio. And of course, always hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. But here's my take on this community. I love the Monticello Park because this is just so historic, and it's just so many things that are conveniently located near here. And, you know, a lot of people ask me all the time when they call me, they're like, hey, Jesse, what's the real estate market like in San Antonio? And I'm going to tell you, the real estate market here is pretty steady, right? This neighborhood continues to appreciate, and, you know, homes here in San Antonio appreciate at about 4 to 6% year over year. During the pandemic, they went to skyrocket like 35%, but things have since calmed down. But if you ask me if I were to buy a home in Monticello Park, I would say absolutely yes, like with 100% certainty that I would buy a home here, because there's just so much character. I mean, look at everything that's here. Like, it's so quiet. I hear the birds chirping, you know. But of course, with every neighborhood, there's things that I like and there's things that I don't like. The things that I do like about Monticello Park and the Jefferson area has to be that, one, it's not cookie cutter. I mentioned it in the beginning of the video, like there's nothing cookie cutter about this place. Look at these, like I'm gonna show you this tree right here. You see this tree behind me right here? This is a crepe myrtle. This tree, when it blooms, they bloom with all these flowers. They're just so colorful. They come in white, pink, purple, red. Like, it's just so many different colors. So that's one of the things that I like about this neighborhood, is that it is an older neighborhood, so you have established trees like the one I just showed you, but also the yards are large. I love, you know, barbecuing in the backyard. I love hosting, you know, family and friends over. And if you have a big yard, then you could do that kind of stuff. The newer neighborhoods, they just don't do it for me. Like, there's just too little yard. So this is what I like about this place. And then another thing that I like about Monticello Park in the Jefferson area is just the proximity to everything. I mean, you're close to downtown, you're close to entertainment like Six Flags or SeaWorld, and there's just so many things to do. So your options are endless. Like, there's just so many things that you can do. Now, what don't I like about this place? I gotta be honest. The things that I don't like about it is that the adjacent neighborhoods, some of them are a little sketchy, but as you can tell, like, nobody's out here, nobody's bothering me, nobody honked at me, nobody did anything. And yeah, so this neighborhood it's perfect. So the things that I don't like about it, again, there's like some sketchy neighborhoods around here, but it just seems to be contained. And, you know, I'm sure that the neighbors are great and they're watching out for each other, and that's good. Another thing, that it could get a little noisy. So when you get to the northern boundary, which is Fredericksburg Road, it could be a little bit noisy. But you know what? All in all, those things don't really even concern me that much, because everything else that I like about this neighborhood is just phenomenal. It offsets anything that I don't like about it. And again, like I said, nothing cookie cutter about it. All the homes look different. There's so much character. It is a historic district. So maybe, you know, if you bought one of these homes and then you had to renovate it or something like that, you'd have to get permission from the, you know, from the Historic Preservation Society, whatever that's called. But yeah, so this is definitely on the top of my list. It's not a neighborhood that a lot of people talk about, because if they're not from here, they don't know about it, or they just haven't taken the time to come look at it. I mean, just, you've seen the homes. I've shown you what it looks like here, what the possibilities are. The birds are chirping, the sun is out. I mean, it's just a wonderful, wonderful place to live. So if this is not the area that you want to live, or you're like, hey, Jesse, Monticello Park, not for me. Jefferson area, not for me, then that's no big deal, because there's a ton of other communities here in San Antonio that I'd love to show you. So at this point, just look at some of the other videos and let me know how I can help you, all right? Give me a call. I got your back. We'll see you in the next video.